Hello, my name is Alun. My pronouns are he, him. And today I'm starting a two-shot of my own game, Alien Dark, a rules light version, a set of rules for playing in the Alien universe or something like it. You can get it free from my Gallus Games itch page because strangely I can't afford the IP. This game was organized as part of the Open Hearth gaming community's monthly calendar. If you don't know about Open Hearth, please do search Open Hearth Gaming Community in your search engine of choice and come find us, come play with us, because it is the only way I could be playing with people from this far around the world, with another one due to join once they've negotiated Taiwan's traffic. I will just say a couple of things. One of the things we like about the Open Hearth is we think we've got a pretty good play culture, and we like to encourage people to play online because otherwise getting these people around my physical table would be a challenge. Um, so, you know, we are playing within the community's code of conduct. If you're looking for a code of conduct for play with people you don't know or you're getting to know, we think it's a pretty good document, and you'll find it on the website where I've directed you to go. But it does mean we're playing with a set of safety rules, safety tools. Now, I think everyone around the table is familiar with them, in as much as we are playing with lines and veils. The lines are things that won't crop up in the fiction. And if I sail close to the line, please stop me and check, as I will with you, players. Uh, we're playing with veils, which means it could crop up in the fiction, but we will draw a discrete veil. Because I'm old and British, for instance, consensual sex will have a veil drawn across it. Um, and we're playing with the X card. Uh, just to the players that I haven't played with for a while, I haven't played with, put it in the chat or show me the X. I tend to focus on your faces, so I'll notice that, perhaps rather than the chat. If anybody does notice X card in the chat, please draw my attention to it. And let me stress that the X card is there to just pause play, just clarify whether we're getting somewhere a bit dodgy, because we can't predict everything will crop up, and we can't predict what might make us a bit uncomfortable in play. And the other thing I want to say about the X card is for those of you unfamiliar with it out there in the world, if you don't play it when something comes up and you think, oh, I'm okay with that, and then later on you think, actually, I'm not okay with that. Just because you didn't play it the first time something came up doesn't mean you can't play it when it comes up later on in the session or in the two shot. And also, different things make different people uncomfortable. I did have somebody once X card for the use of a name that I just pulled out of the air. Turned out that was the name of their brother-in-law, and when this character began to do some slightly dodgy stuff, they asked if they could change the name. X card, change the name, no problem. So it's all about personal comfort, yeah, because that's what we're about in this community. So we're also going to be using Stars and Wishes as a debrief tool at the end, if there's a bit of time, just to get some idea of what people felt went well and want more of, and what they might want to see next time, if to make it even better. So with all that in mind, we know our fourth player is on their way, but we're going to get on with a bit of character creation. So everybody must have access to the character keeper, or they wouldn't have found this link. So if I could ask you, because all three of you made some suggestions about the character, because we're playing an aliens marine squad returning after a short notice recall all squads for evac. The situation is, and I'm using, I should say, the Free League's Destroyer of Worlds to scaffold this session or these sessions. So we're playing on a colony world called Ariarchus. It is contested with the other great superpower, the Union of Progressive Peoples, the UPP, and all the squad will have, just to inform your choices, is the recall notice 24 hours ago, with the suggestion that a UPP strike force was inbound towards Ariarchus. Then a blizzard sweeps in and comms become very tricky indeed. So you are on your way back from a patrol inspection of some oil infrastructure to the north and west or north and east, from the north of the colony. So that's the basic setup. We'll fill in the details as we go. But let me start with, I think the only thing that cropped up in the pre-game chat was there might have been two people who were interested in a corp rep. Um, uh, I can't remember who that was, but Thomas, have you given any thought as to
Yeah, I think it was Cena who suggested they might play a civilian, so I'm happy to take a lieutenant. Yeah.
always good to have an LT? Fine. Um, so if you want to put your name on the LT part of the character keeper, which is over at the far
Yeah, I
left,
see it. I see it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Space. I think that I think you were suggesting assault or comtech as a possibility.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Uh,
Any preference
Assault.
between them?
Yeah, let's do Assault Marine. Yeah.
Fine. You'll find that one starts on column AG. Oh,
Okay.
sorry, some of them have some names in. Don't ignore those
I see
character
if I can
names.
just right over
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I'm reusing a previous keeper.
Of course.
Um, T. And my recollection is rifleman or NCO.
Yeah, I think since we have a command character and it's not that big a party, I'm gonna go with Rifleman.
Okay, so find those and slot yourself in. Um, I'm going to disappear the ones that we don't currently have. Um, because if Xena does want to use a consultant, then we'll leave those on the side. But it's just easier to look at just the three of you. So, and again, my apologies, I've not deleted the character name from the Marine Rifleman tab. So the way this character creation works is the role you currently play, Lieutenant, Assault Marine, Marine Rifleman, generates part of your skill set. If you look down on row 17, you'll see everyone has fight and shoot, but then it's offered you a pair of expertise related to your current role in the squad. And shortly, I'll ask you to pick one of those. Yeah. So, for instance, our Marine Rifleman has a choice between deadly and fitness. But what I'm interested in is what did you do before the Corps, before you joined the Marines? You'll find something called what you used to do on row 15. And there's a drop down there with a range of possibilities. Um, and I'm going to ask you which one of those appeals. So I'll take it in the order I can see you in the character keeper to start with. So, Thomas, let's start with you. Your Marine Lieutenant. What did they used to do before they joined the Marines? And this could be your Marine Lieutenant's first mission, first posting. So it could be last year, 2 years ago, could be a decade ago, depending on how you envisage the character. But what did they used to do?
Yeah, I like the idea that this is something that they did a long time ago if they're a lieutenant now, so I'm gonna choose criminal. And I'm going to say that uh, yeah, they were
Well, I tell you what, don't tell
yeah,
me why,
okay.
because as we work our way down the character keeper, we may flesh out some of
Okay,
this.
okay.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
So, Space, let's come to you.
All right.
Your Assault Marine.
Yeah.
What did you used to do before the Corps?
Honestly, I feel like she's been doing this for a long time, so I'm gonna say Colonial Marine.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
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 So if you select Colonial Marine, that will give you another pair of fight and of skill
Oh
set.
yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
to work between. And then finally, uh, T, what about your rifleman or rifle person, depending on pronouns?
Hmm. Yeah, I haven't picked those yet. Uh, so while we're filming this, it is currently the Winter Olympics, and I wonder if they used to be a corpo and were a sponsored biathlete, someone who does biathlon, and maybe did not win enough to, fill out their contract, and now they're here doing this.
Yeah, the sponsorship tailed off, and stuff happens, doesn't it? So how would that? So in terms of the drop down list for what you used to do, what are you going to pick?
Yes. Sorry, I will become much faster at things as I finish metabolizing this coffee. I think one of them is like corporate rep, right?
Yeah. Now my only
Yeah.
nervousness about that
Hmm.
is that Xena has expressed an interest in
Oh, yeah,
being.
yeah.
Let me just check what she said, what they said in the.
I might go with laborer then, right? If they
Oh,
were doing,
yeah.
sort of
Okay.
high level contract work. It just happened to
Well,
be sports.
I mean, if you select Labourer, you'll see what that offers you in terms of expertise, and fitness is in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Okay.
like that.
Yeah. So what I want you to do now is to choose one from each of those pairs. So it says skill set, pick one. So in the case of our LT, persuasion or authority. Authority is not, card carrying. Authority is strength of character, intimidation. Persuasion or authority means that you are both good and bad cop. So which one of those, Thomas, do you want to keep, and which one do you want to let go?
I will take uh, authority here.
Yeah, because you did say this was quite a long time ago, so this is likely to be an experienced officer. Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then if you can use the kind of strike through to get rid of
On
the
the
one
other
you don't
one.
want, or
Yeah,
bold the one you do want, whatever.
got
Find
it,
a way
got
to
it.
do it. Let me work my way across. Space, machines or fitness? I'm
Machines
guessing, yeah,
and
because
fitness.
fitness will slot in down below. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, and T, I see you've gone for deadly and fitness. Again, makes a lot of sense given your background. Um, Fitness is just our general strength, pace, sprint speed, anything that is physically enabling. Deadly does what it says on the tin. Machines, we're in the alien universe, this kind of retro sci-fi where machines are big, stuff is complicated. You don't have. There's some handheld stuff, but most things are quite bulky. Um, and then authority, and then what about larceny or unobtrusive? Thomas is the other one that
I don't know how it'll come up, but larceny for sure, I think.
Nice.
larceny is crudely put anything you can justify to me as being something a criminal would be able to do. And I want to stress I will read these expertise as broadly as I can.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, so we got that. Okay. The next question is why did you join the Corps? Now I started with Thomas last time. Let me start with space this time. Why did you join the Corps? There's a drop-down list there. And each one of those drop-down options will generate another question.
Mm,
What appeals?
debt.
Debt?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you select debt, that will. So I'm going to come back to you in a moment, ask you what do you owe and to whom? Yeah.
Mm.
Let me go across to T. Why did you join the Corps?
And I think it's the same thing. Gotta
It
pay
would
back those
it would be it
sponsorships.
would be more interesting
We take something
if they
different.
were different,
Okay.
because it just gives me some different hooks to
Oh
use.
yeah. Hmm. Maybe maybe this person has a little bit of a hmm, toxically competitive streak and got tired of shooting targets. So maybe it's progress. Maybe they're looking to challenge themselves. I'll
Uh,
pick pronouns at some point.
well, select progress and then check out the question I'm going to ask you because I don't think it'll quite fit with what you've got in mind. You might want to
Hmm.
consider boredom, but
All
I'll come
right.
back. I'll come back round to you. Um, and then finally, Thomas, what about the LT? Why
Uh,
join?
I- I'm gonna pick blackmail. And I'm gonna say that that is because maybe when they joined up, they were supposed to be kind of, you know, leaking information out or something like that. Yeah.
Fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to T first to actually ask the subsequent question. So what makes the frontier more exciting than the core, T?
Yeah, let me check our lines and veils really quickly.
By the way, folks, do add any lines and veils. Those are my. Oh, here's Cena. That's great.
Yeah, you've seen it. Yeah, I do have to pick pronouns for this person, but um, so high level athletes specifically in a gun sport, and I think wanted to sort of test themselves, kind of most dangerous game style. So yeah, I think, using skills that they've acquired over a long career and yeah, maybe a little bit of a I'm trying not to say sadistic, but maybe a little bit of a sadistic streak.
Well, I mean, this is a grown-up horrible universe. So put some words or phrases in that box next to that question to give us some aid memoir for that. Zena, thanks for making your way through the traffic to get
Hey,
to us. We appreciate it. What time
I'm
is it
so
where you
sorry.
are?
Sorry, I'm in Taiwan and we only just landed this morning and yeah, I don't know. I just assumed I would maybe manage to get a bit more sleep than I did. And so I don't know. I feel like I've had 8 hours of sleep in 72 hours or something. But
Well, we are just grateful that you are here. I will just remind people we are playing with an open door, and that means if stuff happens in the real world, that means you have to walk away. That's fine, So
yeah, but
don't
thank you for your patience.
don't pressure yourself. Before I go round, because we've made a start on character creation, I want to find out which of these characters you want to be. Now,
hmm
in the pre-session chat, you said you were interested in the medical corpsman most,
Mm.
alternatively, a civilian.
Yes, exactly.
Where would you like to focus?
Oh, I think the medical corps is fine because I also saw someone else I think was interested in the civilian possibly, so that would be the easiest way from
Yeah,
yeah.
well, I mean, T, do you want to go back and consider that corporate rep background?
Mm, I'm fine with the current sort of trajectory that I'm taking this person on.
There you go.
I'll stick
Okay,
with what we've got.
so I've unveiled the medical corpsman. Just get rid of those consultants. Okay, there will be a consultant along, just not one of
Mm.
you. Oh, and again, I'm sorry, I've left a character name in there and a player name. Let me take you back, Zena, then to currently the medical corpsman. You have a choice of SciTech, which is the medical scientific skill, and
Mhm.
persuasion. But what I'm most interested in at the moment is what did you do before the core? And on row 15, there's a drop down that starts then. So you are a medical corpsman in this squad now, but what did you used to do? Now, this could be 12, 18 months ago, it could be a decade ago, depending on how you
Um,
envisage the character.
Let me have a look.
Yeah, do.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Mm-hmm. Maybe.
We currently have a labourer, a colonial marine, and a criminal background in play.
Yeah, because I was thinking criminal white might be nice.
It would be better if it was different,
But
simply that if
then,
you end up with
okay, then,
overlapping expertise, the spotlight shrinks.
yeah, that makes sense. Um, well, then maybe, let me check. Maybe then I was just, well, maybe I was a scientist.
Select scientist and see what it gives you in that skill set. You may consider that's too limited a choice. Don't know.
Okay, I don't know. Or wait. How about pilot?
Okay.
Yeah, that also
Yeah.
sounds decent as a previous. Yeah.
Again, I noticed one of the choices there is EVA. You are going to be planet based.
Hmm.
So you're not going to be doing any extravehicular activity, just in case you think you want to choose it. Yeah.
All right.
And the other thing I'll point out is you have a synthetic who drives the APC.
What is the APC again?
It's the vehicle that you are currently in.
Right. All right. All right.
So I'm just wondering about the utility of vehicles and EVA as a skill set.
Cool. Well, I was more interested in the other two anyway.
Yeah, you're going to choose one of each row. So you'll have to have
Okay,
the,
okay.
yeah.
Alan, you're assuming the synthetic is going to make it
Oh,
again.
Of course.
Of course,
Well, then
nothing
let's
bad's
go
going to
with
happen to
Nothing
us. We're
bad's
just
going to
going
happen
to
to you. You're just going to drive back into the colony, go to Fort Nebraska, and be evacuated. I mean,
Right.
come on, guys. What do you think we're playing here? I mean, it's just straightforward stuff. I
cool.
mean,
Well,
that is a valid point, Zeena.
yeah. We're going with vehicles. It also seems to make sense as a pilot. And then let's go persuasion. I can't speak today. Anyway, can I ever?
Persuasion it is.
Yes.
Okay. So the other question I've already asked the others is down on row 23, which is why did you join the Corps? Now we have someone who's joined through boredom, someone who chose to join because of debt, someone who was blackmailed into the Corps. So think about an alternative. Yeah.
Right.
And it will cause another question to be revealed. So I've forgotten where I was. So let me go to, oh no, T. Yes, the targets. Yes, the urge to shoot other things other than sport targets.
Weaponized competence.
Weaponized.
Literally.
Oh, write that down. Weaponized competence. That is a phrase that must crop up. Let me go round Thomas, the LT. Blackmail. They know stuff that could threaten those that matter to you. Who are they and what do they know?
Yes, I think this is the criminal organization I was working for. They kind of wanted somebody on the inside, like working for the company, maybe even at this specific place. And so they blackmailed me into it. Who are they? Uh, do you want me to give them a name, Alan, like a proper noun?
If you want to, that's fine.
Okay. Okay.
And what so they know that you are in fact disloyal to the core, to the core of the core.
Yeah, they're the ones who forced me to join, right? Like, so I'm only here because they want something. They'll activate me at some point, or maybe I have been over the last decade helping them out. I'm, corrupt to the bone. Like, yeah.
Well, we'll find out, I dare say.
Mm.
Then our assault marine space. You joined out of debt. There comes a point where the options get real narrow. What do you owe and to who?
So what I was thinking was that the debt isn't necessarily personal to her. It's more like a family debt, type of situation.
Mhm.
Where she's, yeah, maybe it's a situation where her parents are dead and she has siblings that, need care and that kind of thing.
Fine. So you are sending most of your pay home, this
That's
sounds
right.
like. Yeah.
That's exactly right. Yes.
And so the who here it's kind of the family.
Yeah.
Who would cause trouble for the family if that money stopped arriving?
Shady types that are
Shady
preying on
types.
them. Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
the family has debt to some shady types, and you are keeping them above water. Does
Yes.
that is
Yes.
that what I'm hearing?
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Okay. I wonder whether those shady types are at all related to those that the LT used to work for. That would
I
be
was
a
Oh,
just thinking
bizarre
that.
coincidence, wouldn't
could
it?
very well be. I was, in fact, looking at you, Thomas, but you didn't know because it's Zoom.
Um, and then Xena, your medic. You've chosen curiosity. You've always been fascinated by the unknown. And the subsequent question is, what would you give up to know more?
Hmm.
If I could present a fascinating thread, what would you give up? You know, friends, family, squad mates.
Mm, maybe a home to return to?
That's a little bit remote.
To to
I
to
don't
to
think
know.
that,
Okay.
I don't
Then
think that Disney are going to pick up this for a series if we don't have something a little bit more than, oh, I won't be able to go home.
but well, with home I meant more a I didn't mean a home as a place, but more I guess the family and friends that you would call home.
So your found family, that sounds like the squad to me. I don't know. You know,
Sure.
here we are in a found family, um, who don't mean enough to you to avoid sacrificing them. Is that not what I'm hearing?
Maybe. Why not? Why not?
Write something in that box that gives me something to hang it on. Um, so we've got someone who's out here because of boredom and is looking to display their weaponized competence. We have someone who is out here because the Honourable Society of Free Commerce, a criminal organization, they blackmail the LT into the corpse and hold leverage over them still. Ooh. We have our assault marine who is sending money home to the family to keep them afloat and out of the of who knows if it's the same people, out of the clutches of predatory shady types. Great. Okay. Um, and the found family I've called home for a while, which I know means the squad. So we've got that. Now, I have already made some choices for you in terms of, if we carry on down the sheet, your equipment, your gear. Because as Marines, you have a standard loadout. And if you scroll down, you will see that there is some stuff that has ticks next to it. So, for instance, most of you have ticked the M41A pulse rifle because standard issue. All of you have USMC personal armor, includes comms, light, low light, and it is protective. Um, you all have a combat knife because that doesn't weigh anything. And you all, with the exception of our assault marine, have some grenades to load into the under barrel launcher on the M41. There's some other stuff. It's different for the assault marine. I've chosen to give you the M56 squad assault weapon because who doesn't want to do actions like this when they're the assault marine, yeah, on that gyro stabilized harness? But you
Absolutely.
could cash that in favor of a rocket propelled grenade, or further up the list, the where's it gone? The incinerator unit.
Ooh, ooh, okay.
Um, Now, you will notice
Mm-hmm.
that the M56 has three dots next to it, three little squares next to it. That
Yeah.
is the amount of load spaces it takes up. So if you were to drop that in favor of, then you would only mark one little box
Huh?
in the amount of stuff you can carry rather than three. So I just thought I'd make that as clear as I can to you. Because at the moment, you and our rifleman and our medic are slow.
Mm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
now, you can always drop something and make yourself not slow, but
Sure.
that's the difference it makes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What can I tell you? It's tough choices in a harsh world. Um, so if you want to shuffle some of that around, the armor for everyone but the assault machine, the assault rifle, and there's an option on a sidearm for the rifleman. You could erase that and go from slow to averagely paced if you were interested, T.
And give up a gun? Never.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think that's all we need. I think the rules will become more or less apparent as we play. So that is our setup. So we open with the four of you inside the APC with the rest of the squad. It would be good to know something about the rest of the squad, I think. Now, we don't need our Marine Lieutenant because we've got a player character. We don't need our Assault Marine. We don't need our courseman or a rifleman. We just need our consultant. So have a look at the tab that says the rest of the squad. What I'm going to do is to ask you to tell me something about the rest of the squad, really. Let me start by, I guess it's the LT I will ask about the squad NCO. Along that row, you'll see there is what you think you know about them. And there's a choose or overwrite. Now, there is an incredibly long list if you hit the drop down.
Yeah.
You can either choose one of those or just write it in. What describe the character or some feature of this NCO, something I can hang the role play on.
Yeah, I think the NCO, I think their sort of like call name, call sign or whatever is basket, and it's short for basket case. And the sort of idea is that they're not reliable. Like they make extremely bad choices. They have put us in danger like multiple times. And if they weren't just so pleasant and if they weren't such a good time to hang out with, we might actually hold it against them. But we do not because that's the situation. But yeah, if there was an award for most likely to get us killed, it would be the NCO. And for
Okay,
some
so
reason, they're the NCO.
okay,
Yeah.
so
Sure, there is such
put the name in the slot as basket because I love it.
Yeah.
Basket
official
bracket
name
case
for.
is
Yes. Yeah.
um,
Full name,
hey,
full name. If you're using their full name, you know.
well, I mean, I love the idea. This is Sergeant Basket, and to the
Yeah.
squad, it's basket case.
Yeah. That's nice. That
And
works.
then either make a selection in the first choose or overwrite. I'll write something in there that summarizes what you just told me.
Yeah, I think I've got it. I've got clumsy
Okay,
and
okay.
dangerous.
Clumsy
Yeah.
and dangerous. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, let me go to our assault marine. Um, Comtech Marine. What can you tell me about our Comtech Marine? And again, you can use that drop down for inspiration, or as long as they're neither clumsy nor dangerous, I don't mind.
Wait, where are they?
Oh, sorry. Right. I'm sorry. I'm on the rest of the squad tab.
Ah, yes, that
Beg
makes
your pardon.
all right. So you want, let's see. Their name is I'm picturing them as kind of on the like slender, lanky side. I mean, they're trained, they have muscles and whatnot, but they're kind of not that imposing. Let's
Okay.
say.
So is this physically weak?
Sure. Where
Yeah.
is that an option? Let's
Yeah.
see.
Well, I mean, whether it's an option or not, I don't know. But just alongside Comtech Marine, overtype that with physically weak and give them a name. And then I'm going to go to our point of the spear, our rifleman, for apart from being physically weak, give me something about their personality, T.
I think they have sort of a almost rodent-like frenetic quality to them. Like they're always messing, always chewing, um, jittery. I think might be
Jittery. Yeah,
a way to
physically
put
weak
that.
and jittery and
Yeah.
clumsy and dangerous. Oh, this is just impossible to imagine how this could possibly go wrong.
The
Um,
cream of the crop.
Cream of the crop. Um,
Is our
and then
synthetic already dead?
say again.
Is our synthetic already dead,
No,
missing
no,
in
no,
nature?
no, no. Those are my favorite things.
Amazing.
I've been looking for an infected, but I can't seem to find one.
That's,
So we've got the jittery and physically weak Comtech Marine and Space. If you want to give them a name once you've typed physically weak in there, that's great. Let me come next to Xena. Tell me something about our civilian consultant. I suppose the first thing I'm interested in is what kind of consultant are they? Are they with the team because they were doing some geology or something else scientific out there on your patrol? Were they are they an engineer doing a kind of maintenance run with you? Um, or are they just a corporate rep for the sponsoring corporation? I'm not going to make them a
Mm,
criminal because we've already got someone with who's a bit larcenous.
I think a corp rep would be interesting just because of the world we're in. It feels like they're probably gonna be at odds maybe
Yeah,
with our own interests possibly because
who knows, eh? Um,
yeah.
so what I want you to do is to choose or overwrite something about their character.
Hmm. Let me think about. I mean, who? I think ambitious might be interesting
Yeah. Oh gosh,
or
aren't they
secretive.
all? Aren't they all?
Or secretive? Do we have a preference? Let's go with ambitious.
Ambitious, fair enough. Um, I'm adding analytical to our synthetic Roy. Um, let me see. Space. Do you want to tell me something else about our civilian consultant?
Oh, civilian.
Ambitious
Yep.
and
Ambitious and annoying.
oh,
Yes.
okay,
yes, I like
okay.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, you've been in this APC or camped out for 72 hours with this person, and it's getting difficult.
It
Yeah.
was 71 hours too many.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Um, uh, and T, do you want to give our corp rep a name and some pronouns?
Yeah. I just spin the pronoun wheel. Uh, it's going to be a they, them, and amber, silence. And I think that is a chosen name that
Okay,
they insist on.
okay.
Oh,
Amber, love it. Borgia Industries is the sponsoring corporation on Ariarchus. It provides the infrastructure and built Fort Nebraska, where you are going to go back to for a
I
simple
like the
evac.
idea that that's their pronouns. I'm sorry. No.
oh, there is an actual
Portia
pronoun.
slash industries. Okay. Oh
Yes.
no, that's what I
Sorry.
use.
Hilarious.
Okay, so we've got, and I've made Roy our synthetic, analytical, and insensitive.
That's nice.
Um, so uh, let's have some interaction in the APC just to add a bit of sense of these characters. Um, rank is important. LT. Um,
Yeah.
who do we see an interaction with between you and someone, either one of the player characters or somebody else who's in there?
Um, I uh, who's the who's the newest to the squad, you think? Who wants
Well,
to step up as the newest?
I can't remember space. Did you say Nyx had been in quite a while?
Mm-hmm. That doesn't necessarily mean that
Oh,
this,
new to this squad, yeah.
yeah, that could I could roll with that.
Okay, okay.
Why not?
So Alan, just remind me of sort of like the framing of the scenario again. What
Okay,
has just happened?
okay.
Yeah.
So you are 24 hours ago. You, as LT, received communication from Fort Nebraska saying this is an immediate recall for evac.
Yeah.
Um, uh, UPP strike force uh, predicted to arrive in the next 72 hours. Um,
Uh,
so, get that Border Industries rep back for evac. And
okay.
since then, what was cold and snowy has become very cold and blizzard conditions
Mm.
as you make your way back, as Roy drives the APC through this,
Yeah.
whiteout that's getting to. Is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
enough?
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough. I think space, I think maybe the LT who's again call sign is sort of like Knack. I think they think Nyx like will I think they assume Nyx knows something about like strike forces and like the kind of the groups that are going to be called in for something like this. So I think she's sort of going to just going to like kind of nod towards you and be like, is it is it a big deal? You think the strike force is going to be something messy?
Well, I don't know, sir. I mean, do you consider them dropping and shooting everything that moves a big deal? I would. So yeah, my apologies. I don't mean to be snarky, but listen, we should get out of here. I understand the weather's a impediment, but I don't really want to be here when they drop down.
No, nobody does.
What? I mean, we'll deal with them if we have to.
Okay.
No,
And you
don't
think
worry
we'll
about it.
have to?
I think we might. I think we might.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
These are
yeah.
these are cowboys. Okay.
They are definitely cowboys, and I think that at the very least we should be prepared. You know what I'm saying? We should be prepared for maybe for one thing, they could show up early.
And
You
that's
know.
worse than being late.
We Fair enough. All I'm saying is at this time, I kind of do it a little aside here. Borgia doesn't always have the best intel, if you know what I mean. I'm sure
Oh
you
yeah.
knew this. So
No, no, we've been chatting with this guy for 2 days now, and I don't think they've said like one thing that made any sense to me.
he does like to use a lot of words. I'll say that much.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think they know what those words mean.
No, no.
They said fantastic yesterday, and I don't think fantastic is a word. I think,
Not that I'm aware of,
yeah,
but I
yeah,
don't know. What can I tell you? I'm not the biggest on words myself, but here we are.
yeah.
And I think
Anyway,
that's
if
when amber silence interrupts.
mm,
And they've been seated at the far end of the APC, and the LT's at the front with all those screens, and she makes her way up to the front and says, "So, Lieutenant, when are we expecting? What's our ETA? What kind of arrival time do you have? Is and is there is this imminent danger?"
Amber, I would love to give you the answers that you so desperately want. Right now, you know as much as I do. Visibility is low. We're going to take a bit to get there. And when we get there, we're going to take care of you. Don't worry about it. Just relax, sit back. Try not to get in the way, you know. If there is
Well,
danger, just hide behind Nyx here. Okay? Nyx is your bodyguard right now. Okay?
oh, really? Oh, great, great. And she gets the slightly the weedy mouse. She says, Mouse, I just need to talk to my bodyguard, and sits down next to Nyx.
I just give you a look that's apologetic because I just made him sit next to you.
Uh-huh,
That wasn't
uh-huh.
my plan, but now I'm like,
Um, and we'll cut away from that. Uh, Xena, I'm just looking for. Do we have a name for your medical corpsman?
Oh, it's always a difficult thing. I just called Mac.
Mac. That's
Mac.
good
We've
enough.
got
Solid
Knack,
name.
Nyx. It's just all of the
Oh,
that will never actually cause any trouble, Knack and Mac. But sorry,
no. That's
maybe I should.
Actually,
that's because
that
we
is
did
very
that.
much going to cause
yeah,
trouble
that
for
is going
me.
to
Can
cause
I
trouble.
X
Yeah,
card that? I'm sorry,
All
Steve.
right.
It's
yeah.
too close.
Okay. Let's call how about Mick then?
Yeah.
I go for Mick. Let's see
Yeah,
how
Mick should
Mick
work for me.
plays. Okay, so Mick, and Space, can you give Nick some pronouns, and
Oh, sorry,
likewise
yeah.
we'll have some pronouns for Mick. Um, while you're getting that, I'll go to T.
Sure.
Zeera Quinn. Zeera Quinn is our point of the spear, uh, Marine rifleman, competitive, um, and I guess who do you want to talk to?
Hmm. Uh, Mouse. So Comtech is like comms, right?
Yeah,
Just to clarify. Yeah, yeah.
electronics, communications, computers, anything that isn't a machine.
Yeah. I think she is hovering behind Mouse. And if Mouse is the jittery one, right? Yeah. And if he's usually jittery, I think he is probably even more jittery having this particularly vicious person just sort of looming behind him, watching as, he's scanning through channels and trying to get more information. Uh, uh, and yeah, she's not going to talk first.
Uh, so yeah, I tell you what. So you've been watching that, and we've got some sense of this very different characters. And I think Mouse has been sent to the back of the APC where Amber was, which was next to you. And so Mouse kind of sits there and kind of gives you a bit of the side eye, as if to say, I don't, I don't, this woman frightens me. Um, and he says, so what do you think?
I think it's going to be a bloodbath. I guess the question is whether we're in it or not.
Um, really?
She smiles.
I never know when you're fucking kidding, Gwen. Are you kidding me?
And I think she'll sort of reach over and pat his cheek condescendingly and say, I'd make sure your gear's in order.
A-okay. And he starts, tightening straps and checking the pockets, his thigh pockets and his harness. Um, good advice, Quinn. Good advice. Let me come back to Mick. Xena, who does Mick want to talk to?
Mm, I'm sorry, I'm literally in the middle of trying to find that. Sorry, I was just finding an image. But Does Mick want to talk to? So who do we have? We have, I think. Wait, are we talking NPCs or characters?
Whoever you
Other
want.
characters.
Whoever
Right.
you want.
Why am I'm sorry, I'm just all over the place.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you've flown round the world
I know.
just to get to a computer to play this game. That's
I know.
remarkable.
Well, no, I've not. I've flown around the world to see my dad, but yes, no, exactly. I think I'm gonna talk with maybe with Zeera. I don't know.
Yeah. So you're
Um,
sat on the other side of Quinn.
mhm.
Go ahead. You've probably heard that conversation where she's been winding Mouse up about it's going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah, I mean, oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm not yet here, I think.
No, you're good, Doug.
It's fine. I mean, pass, because I'm conscious that I'm asking you questions when you're knackered.
That's not even the thing. I think it's because I'm doing 5 things at once. But yeah. Um, yeah, bloodbath. Ugh, I'm sorry. I think I'm gonna pass, and I'm just gonna find my way in
Don't worry about it.
next
Don't worry about
round.
it. I think that's very sensible. I'm just
Yeah.
grateful you made it here. So over the comms to your headset, Knack, comes Roy. And Roy says, LT, would you look at the camera view from above?
Oh, what am I looking at?
I mean, it's white out, but then you see periodically lights in the sky, just and Roy says, my view, that's indicative of combat in orbit. Our chance of evac has just dropped very significantly.
Yeah, it doesn't look like fireworks, Roy. So
No, fireworks would not be something that the colonists would be using in these conditions.
no, it's fine. It's fine. Any contact?
No, but then to be honest, LT, that's not my job.
Oh, okay. Mouse, can you go and try to hail somebody, just see what we can get?
Well, you've got a console, LT.
Oh, I can just do it myself?
You can
Okay.
just do it yourself because
Yeah.
the sooner we engage with the mechanics, the better.
Yes,
And
I
this
would
is
like to.
relatively low stakes.
Yeah. I'd like to
So,
hail.
if you go to the dice room, you'll see an
Okay.
array of dice. This
Yes.
is a game that uses an array of different colored dice, so we all are using the same one. Now, once you're all in there, you should see there's a white dice in the middle of the array. You always get to roll that one. If you think your character has expertise that might be relevant, you also get to roll the orange dice.
Okay.
The green dice is always available to you. You do not need to feel stressed in order to roll the green dice. The result of the green dice will tell you if you are stressed. Yeah? And then under certain circumstances, such as when Zeera is being deadly and trying to kill things, you might get the bonus dice. Usually the bonus dice is tied to a piece of equipment. And if you look down at the bottom, you'll see that some of the stuff may have an expertise related to it. So on this occasion, I'm looking at authority and larceny. This is where it becomes useful to come to that other bit of character creation, which is select a third expertise, right? Can you see in the skill set, there's select a final expertise?
Yeah.
I'm going to let you choose that as we play, just so you. I mean, by the end of this session, I'm expecting you to.
Yeah. I'm not gonna choose it right now, Alan. I'm not gonna invoke it for this role. I'm happy to
just sit on it. Okay.
sit on it till I want that extra die.
Okay, so that
So
means you're just rolling the white dice unless you choose to pick up the green dice as well.
you know
And for those
what?
of you unfamiliar, this dice roller, you click on the dice, and a little red box appears around it. Click on any other dice, a little red box appears around it. And then there is a reroll selected green button.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm gonna pick up the green die as well.
Well,
I'm
we
gonna
applaud
risk.
your decision.
I got a 2 and a 4.
Okay, so we are looking for the best, the highest dice roll. Yeah? And it's not on the stress dice, so I won't bother telling you what would have happened there. It's on a 4. And if I look at the basic moves tab, you wanted to ask me a question, didn't you? You wanted to ask me,
Yes.
what does HQ say? So this
Yeah.
is roll to investigate. 4, you get the minimum needed to proceed, and the GM will also answer one question. I think the minimum you need to proceed is you get a very kind of broken message, comms, wideband broadcast from Fort Nebraska. And it says, Hatfield, UPP, orbit, uh, uh, some risk.
Oh,
So you get that
okay.
for nothing.
Yeah.
Now, you can ask me a question, and maybe they said something else that was clearer. I don't know.
I think, yeah. I think my question is, uh, uh, I'm trying to ask for whether the threat is human or xeno, like a kind of like alien or human. Like that's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
what's attacking them? Is it like corporation on corporation violence? Like is that what we're seeing here?
Okay. No, I think this is political sphere versus political sphere.
Okay.
The UPP is a communist-based group of worlds. It's the second largest group of worlds after the United States of America, or its extended hemispherical control. And this is UPP. Say again, say again. UPP strike force in orbit. Expect immediate threat increases, threat level increase. Beware UPP boots on the ground.
Okay.
Okay?
Right. Okay. So the information says we are being attacked by the UPP, right?
The
Like that's
UPP
what.
strike force has arrived in orbit, and
Okay.
what you're seeing is orbital,
Right.
a,
Got it.
a skirmish in orbit.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I pass on that information. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think Amber turns to Nyx and says, they're here. We have to get back, Nyx. We have to get back. There's some there's some stuff on sub-level 3 that I don't have the clearance, but the company will want that off planet, really. So, you're my
Right?
bodyguard. You get me there.
Uh-huh.
I'll make sure
No,
you're fine. It's gonna be great for you.
for me,
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean, what do you get? You get pay, you get rations, you get a bad bed to sleep in. This could make both of us, Nyx. Both of us.
Okay. Well, why don't you put a pin in that for right now? We need to figure out what the situation is before we get into any kind of wheeling and dealing.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
What are
if
you saying?
if we're gonna we have to get off this planet.
Are you saying any?
Well, what I'm saying is,
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
you know, there
Why
is
don't
some
you just let
stuff.
me do my job? You ever
Oh,
thought
yeah,
about
yeah,
that?
Nyx, you keep me alive in this situation. You
Uh-huh.
get me and what I think is down there off this planet,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you will have done a great
Amazing. Yeah.
job
Great.
for
Great.
humanity.
Oh, that's wonderful. Will there be a parade? This is
Uh,
what I want to know.
I can't promise you a parade. That's not the kind of thing Borgia does. But
Well, what are you doing here, Amber?
I, there, this is
Just,
a
just, just
there's
calm yourself down. Take
there's
one of those
valuable.
edibles you brought with us. or
there's
with you?
there's
You
valuable
need
stuff done.
a chill pill.
Yeah.
Chill.
But you know, the clock's ticking.
Mhm.
Clock's ticking. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And the
I'm
LT
glad
didn't seem to think
you're.
we were in a hurry. I just think we should be in a
Why
hurry.
don't you
Okay.
buckle in? I think you
Oh
should
yeah.
buckle in.
Okay.
There you go. There you
And
go.
I think that is when we cut the outside of the APC and we see Roy maybe put a little bit more acceleration into this big beast.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we'll take our first break. I'm going to suggest that we are back at, let's take a decent break this time to stretch our legs, back at 1/4 past. Yeah?
Cool. Yeah, that's
All right. Sounds
I'll
good.
see you then.
Sounds good. Back in.
So we come back to our commercial break with the APC making its way through the blizzard, and LT. You can see up ahead what looks to be a domestic vehicle, a truck, that's run off the road. Perhaps it's the icy conditions. I don't know. What do you do? Or what do you tell Roy to do?
I think I tell Roy to kind of give it a wide berth, but head back to HQ. Like we're not stopping to investigate that. I don't like the look of it. Yeah.
And does your intention stop when the lights of the APC come up closer to it, and someone steps out from the front end of the vehicles?
Yeah. I tell Roy to stop, and I tell Zeera and Quinn to Zeera and Mick to check this out.
Okay, Zeera, you're the point of the spear. You're first out of the APC, and there's a guy, in an anorak, a thick parka, and he's saying, "Hey, I need some help. Need some help."
Yeah. Zira has her weapon trained on him and says, "Identify."
I'm Billy. Hands go up.
Does Zira know a Billy?
I'm just trying to get my wife to the hospital.
What?
Well, we got a broadcast saying everyone should head to the spaceport, but her waters are broken.
Oh.
And I think Knack, you hear over comms here, says 2 non-comms, 2.5, about to be 3.
Oh no.
We leave them?
Okay.
Mick, what do you do when you hear Billy declare that his pregnant wife is in the truck and the truck won't start?
I think he's a bit torn, sort of looking between Quinn and the truck and Billy, and sort of going, And I think depending on how Quinn responds, I think I would wait briefly to see if Quinn responds to this.
Quinn, you called that in, LT.
I say back, confirm that there's no threat. Story checks out.
What do you do, Quinn?
I think she'll look over her shoulder and say, Nyx, keep an eye on this guy. I'm gonna check inside the vehicle. Mick with me.
Nyx is
Inside.
in the APC.
Oh, you're still inside. Okay.
Mick is the we may have
Mick.
a Mick Nyx issue.
Oh no.
I think because it's an X, I should be okay. I'll let you know if it gets to be an issue.
So
Mick, keep an eye on this guy.
Do you keep an eye on this guy, Mick, or do you go while Zeera goes to check up on who's in the truck?
Sure.
Zeera, you Billy's. I need to get my wife to the hospital, says to Mick. But you open the truck door and there's a woman inside saying, "Oh Jesus Christ! Oh Jesus Christ! Oh Jesus Christ!" Holding her stomach.
Uh-huh.
I mean, she's under a load of layers. It's quite difficult to say, this is a pregnant woman, but she's certainly got, oh dear, breathe.
Uh, yeah, I think Zara, which is my character, is going to sort of like flick the blankets off of her and
Hey,
make sure there's
hey,
nothing
hey,
hidden under
hey.
there.
This is
Um,
so.
let's have you. I think again, just to get us used to the mechanic, you
Hmm.
can have the white dice.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the character and saying fitness and deadly. Unless you select a final expertise that's appropriate, I'm not seeing expertise as being relevant here.
Oh, I was eyeing observation.
Oh,
Uh,
there you go.
Ah.
Now you select observation. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. So white and orange.
all
Would
right.
you like the stress dice?
Absolutely.
Roll all
Let's get in
three
there.
dice, and
All
we're looking for
right.
the highest number.
It's a 6.
It's a 6, and it's not on the stress dice. Just
Correct. The stress dice is a 4.
That's okay. Just in case it was. So 6, this goes brilliantly. So what you need to know is, yes, this woman is pregnant,
Hmm.
and she is displaying all the signs of being in labor or waters have broken. Um, on that 6, several things. You could ask me 2 follow-up questions. Um, you mark the resource you have a track down on 21 called info. Info is a non-specific resource you can earn through the game, and there's a tab for how you can spend it. Um, but also, what freaks you out here is that you're going to have to make a detour if you're going to take this woman to the hospital, and that could be stressful. So I'd like you to roll the stress dice, please. If it comes out higher than your current stress, stress will increase by 1.
All right. So that is a 4, and I believe my current stress is 0, 1. So
Yeah,
stress increases by 1.
it does. To 2. Yeah, I mean, this is, the LT's been talking about getting back. That fucking corp rep seems to be bothering Nyx about getting back. And now you've got a pregnant woman and a potential detour.
Mm.
So, yeah, that's shitty. Um, Weaponized competence doesn't really apply in this circumstance.
Does not, no. Um,
Mick,
yeah.
we see Mick. You can see into the, snow. You can see into the truck. You can see, instantly this is a pregnant woman. The question is, what are the pair of you going to do about it, or are you going to pass it up the chain?
I think Mick will probably go in there and go like, for God's sake, let's just get them inside what is our vehicle called again?
APC,
APC. Yes,
Armored
sorry.
Personnel Carrier.
I'm sorry, I'm not good with acronyms. Anyway, yeah, let's get them into the APC. Let's stop wasting time out here. Like, she's already in labor. Like, I might be of the medical corps, and I don't think I have very much experience at all with delivering babies, though.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
it probably cropped up in training, but
It's been a while.
you
yeah, it's been
might
a
be
It's just
getting
while.
maybe
some
a
very
theory.
soon.
You did some
Um,
Yeah.
modules on a computer. It was,
yeah, pregnant woman. Yeah,
Didn't
okay,
seem the most
recognize. Yeah.
important thing to also like none of the onboarding training was anything like.
Someone is bound to say, have you delivered many babies? And the answer to this is 8. 7 simulations. Um, so load Billy and his wife onto the APC. The detour is to take you east from here rather than south LT, which is where you'd like to be going south. Um, but the hospital is east of here.
Um, I tell the 2 civilians who just boarded that there's going to be no detour. Like if they heard
But
the
you have
the
to get out
call
of the hospital. You have to get out of the hospital.
heard the call for evac, we're going to be heading in that direction. That's in your best interest as well. You don't want to be stuck in some place with this going on.
With the
That's not
newborn.
fireworks, by the way. So uh, uh, we've got a synthetic, we've got Mick. I think between the 2 of them,
We can
They're
put
going to
Amber to
be.
work.
No. I think
Can
between
you
the two of
imagine?
them, they're going to handle it. Sorry,
S-
Mick, you're saying?
Mick?
No, no, all good. I was
So
just
I
commenting.
think, we cut to the only place where June, who is the wife, the only place where June can be comfortable is in that kind of slightly more generously comfortable chair at the front of the APC LT.
Oh,
So
okay.
so
Yeah,
so now everybody shuffles up,
yeah.
and Billy is seated next to Amber just because nobody else wants to sit next to Amber.
And that's also
And
next to June, so
and
that makes sense. Yes.
and Mick, I think you're now sitting next to June on the other side of June, so that you can be monitoring the situation. Um, but LT, this means that access to your screens at the front wall of the APC is a bit limited because you've got a pregnant woman in your chair
Yeah.
and Mick kind of standing, beside her. Um, but you still got your comms, so that's fine.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
so
I'm just gonna give Roy a standing order to update me if they see anything. They should be trying to contact HQ. They need to be my eyes and ears on this.
okay, says Roy, but I'm just one person, you know.
Right, right. We've had two conversations the last 10 minutes, and both of them have been you complaining and making excuses.
I'm not making excuses, LT. I'm just pointing out that squad efficiency would suggest that having me drive, make decisions on your behalf, and also keep my eyes on a 360-degree pivot may not necessarily be the most efficient way to get from A to B.
If you're driving without looking on all sides, Roy, please stop driving. So I'm just gonna assume you're keeping your eyes open. Don't do anything different. Just let me know if something comes on the comms.
Okay,
That's all.
as always, LT, I'm just trying to help.
No-
And I'm sorry if anything I've said came across as confrontational or in any way insensitive to your command position.
Oh my goodness.
Comtech can monitor comms, right?
Comtech will try to monitor comms. So now, Mouse is up there at the sharp end next to Mick, trying to scan all the. This is not going to plan, LT. Um, what I'd like to do is to use a move called Pursue a Longer Term Objective. Yeah. And you've already made some progress towards Fort Nebraska, but it doesn't matter who makes this roll, really. Nyx, would you roll the white dice and the orange dice on Roy's behalf? But I'll leave you to decide whether you want to put a third dice in there, the stress dice. Because who doesn't want to increase their chance of rolling a 6 by at least 33%?
Sure.
And
So
no, don't let me force your hand.
no, you're not. It's I'm trying to figure out how this dice roller works. I click so I have
So
all
white, orange, and green. If you click on the white dice, a little red box should appear on the side of it. Yeah.
you did. And then do I click submit or
Click the expertise dice and the stress dice.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then
And then there's a green button there at the top of the screen that says reroll selected.
Aha.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So 5 on the stress die, 3 on the orange, and 4 on white.
Okay. So when the stress dice is equal to or higher than any other dice, stress goes up. So Nyx, you're seeing all of this. And this is just, uh, maybe the LT should have got rid of these two people by diverting to the ER, but this is just going to hell in a handcart. Increase your stress by 1.
Okay.
But that 5 also means that you make some good progress, towards Fort Nebraska. 4+, you make solid but routine progress. I've marked the progress clock towards Fort Nebraska. But then I'm going to spend a resource of mine called danger. you will find danger on the top left of the character tab. Now, because this is a war footing, I've already marked all of the passive. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the situation is not normal, but I can spend one of those to danger and info. I can spend one of those to declare a complication. Yeah. And that complication is that Roy comes through to say there appears to be, there are people on a rooftop and they seem to be firing flares.
Oh my goodness.
Nyx, Roy is insensitive. He doesn't just do that to the LT, he does that to the entire APC.
Yeah. So I hear that
You hear
announced.
Roy saying, I have people on a rooftop and they appear to be, I don't know if they're firing flares or something else into the sky.
Roy, are we the only APC en route back to HQ, or
I'm afraid I don't have the comms to be able to tell you that.
do not have? Okay.
Private, I've forgotten your second name. Private Compton.
Well, thank you for the information, Roy. Lieutenant, I'm assuming you've heard this.
I haven't heard anything, Private.
Okay, well,
So we're
then we
not
should-
going to be hearing anything. We're just going to stick to the
I'm
mission.
with you. Let's do it. Yep. Forward.
And then
On
Roy
mission.
says, "Oh, incoming fire
No, geez.
from that rooftop."
Yeah.
And inside the APC, you hear ping, 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 ping.
Okay. But
What sort of fire are we getting?
It looks like small arms at this point.
All right.
just gonna tell Roy to do evasive maneuvers and get us out of here. This doesn't feel like, I feel the APC can handle small arms fire. We don't need to get out.
Yeah,
So it's
fine.
gonna be like
And June goes as the APC begins to swerve, making progress, and the rest of you can feel that Roy is putting the pedal to the metal. And then Roy says, "Incoming."
More detail, perhaps?
No, we're gonna feel it before we get any more info.
And the APC is,
All right.
those of you standing up because there isn't a seat for you, it's all kind of whoa. And June is screaming. Billy is trying to get to June. Amber is screaming.
Yeah. We're circling, but we're still the right way up, right?
Oh, you're the right way up. Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna tell everyone to strap everything down. Can you get a grip on the civilians?
Okay, how do you get a grip on June, Mick?
Can I suggest a thing? Mick, if you I don't know if I'm gonna say this out loud to everyone or just to you, but I think it's time that we I'll just be blunt, sedate the civilians. They need to chill out.
Can't yeah, well, yeah, sure, but we cannot sedate the pregnant lady who's just gone into labor.
You can't, don't you have anything in your toolkit that can delay the labor?
Mick is like, I have Benadryl.
I have stuff to fucking deal with firearm wounds and.
Yeah.
Oh well,
I have this Tampax, which I'm told I should jam into.
Absolutely not. I think I have been taught that is a fucking myth.
No.
This I have learned in a new and updated module. That is not what you do. I don't know if new and updated means really new and updated with the Borgia Industries, but yes, I know that is not what you use. But anyway, no, I think I will be like, all right, What's his
APC
name?
has come to a stop
Billy.
as this
Billy.
conversation is going on.
Wait, it's come to a
That's
stop?
not my concern.
Yes.
Oh.
So if you're talking to me, I will just be like, Billy, the best thing you can do for your wife or your partner is to shut up and stay calm. Nobody cares about your well-being right now. I need my focus on your wife, okay?
Okay,
Go
okay,
over
Doc.
there,
Okay,
be
Doc.
quiet.
Okay, Doc. Okay, Doc. And he kind of kneels down beside his wife. Maybe he's got a bit of a bruise on his forehead now because he was trying to get up as the APC was coming to
Yeah.
a
They'll just be
stop.
like, you can
And
hold
he's
her hand and you
kneeling
can
by June, saying, "It's okay, honey. Breathe. Just breathe."
just hold her hand.
LT.
Yeah, I'm asking Roy for an update. Silence. Okay.
And then you get a kind of
Oh, come on.
Okay.
T.
Oh no. Okay. I'm like,
LT, do you want me to have a look?
Penetration.
Okay, Nyx Zeera, check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can we just see what's up with Roy?
Yeah. Now, of course, Roy is in the front driver's compartment. You have to get out to get round to that.
Yes.
So the big door in the side of the APC opens, and you go out in, on the side of the vehicle that is opposite, away
Yes.
from the building.
Thank you.
And I guess let's have you roll to see what you can. What do you want to ask me? Because I think you want to ask me some questions. So you can have the white dice. Have you anything on your character sheet that might count as expertise in this respect?
So I
scoping out
added
the situation.
Yeah, I added analysis as my final expertise.
Analysis. I mean, I would have given you larceny.
Larceny?
Yeah.
No. They don't have larceny. I have
Oh, do you
larceny.
not have larceny? Sorry. It's
okay. I was like,
sorry, my fault. So yeah, fine.
You're thinking of my cousin.
Analysis. That's why you got into this debt.
Exactly.
Yeah, there was this batch of white powder, and your cousin said, "I can get rid of that," and then
all right.
So I go with analysis. So let's see if you can work out what the situation is. Yeah. So white dice, orange dice, green dice if you want it.
I do. I do. All right. So a 4 on the stress die, 6 expertise, and 6 on the white.
If only 2 6s was worth more than 1, but at least it's not on the stress dice. So on a 6, mark info, because generally speaking, you roll a 6, you get more info.
Great.
But what you need to know is that somebody on that building fired a rocket-propelled grenade into the front of the APC. And so that's what you get for nothing. You can now ask me 2 questions. Maybe about Roy, the driving compartment, the building.
Is Roy's damage, like how bad is Roy's damage, I guess?
I think that the RPG kind of punched a hole in the front of the vehicle. And there's metal splayed out, and you can see that Roy is pinned in his chair in his driving compartment by some of the stuff. So Roy looks in a bad state. There's we have to see lots of that white blood,
of course,
coming out of the synth, of the android, and he's kind of and he's spouting a lot of data. Incoming round believed RPG, UPP make penetration, engine unit, engine. And another question.
Is the APC still functional? Like, can it still drive? I
don't think that you think it can, because there's the front of the thing's been blown apart, okay.
So we are all right. So I need to relay that information to LT.
Well, before you do that, on a 6, you
Yeah.
get all that benefit, but you also roll for stress because this means if the APC is non-functional, you have a walk through a blizzard to take.
That's right.
So would you roll the stress dice?
Sure.
If it is 3 or more, stress goes up by 1 Nyx.
It's a 1.
Cool as a cucumber. LT, report from Nyx is no better. And that small arms fire is still incoming.
Okay.
Periodic, but keeping Nyx's head down.
We know Mick can't drive, so I'm gonna tell Mick to take over driving. Right.
That will require someone to kind of free Roy.
Oh,
Because
okay.
he is pinned in place.
Roy can drive as long as we free Roy.
Oh no. Mick won't be able to
Roy is
drive
fucked.
until you free Roy.
No, okay, but Roy is not driving us, right?
No.
I can go in.
He's pinned in place.
Yeah, I mean, I can go in and attempt to
Yeah.
get Roy out of there.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Nyx to go in and get Roy out of there. Tell Mick to take Roy's place, and I'll ask Zeera to provide some covering fire. And me and Zeera will try to provide covering fire.
Zeera has been like a dog that sees a squirrel through the window for the last 2 to 3 minutes. She's delighted to do this.
Hoorah!
Yeah, exactly.
So Zeera gets out, and Nyx, you take the harness off, put the big gun down, and this is going to be a machines roll. So this is there's a catch-all move called roll to do something else.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to ask you, is your principal intention here not to get shot or to get Roy out?
My principal intention is to make it possible for Mick to be able to get in.
Okay. Well, the reason I mention it is that machines will be the relevant expertise here.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Well, Yeah,
if you have it.
Okay, so roll to do something else. White dice. Machines gives you the orange dice. You can always have the stress dice.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? What's the bonus? What does that mean?
The bonus dice is if you have a piece of equipment that you think would be particularly relevant.
I don't.
Nah.
All right, so 1 on the stress die, 3 on the expertise, and 5 on the white.
Okay, so best result is a 5.
Yeah.
On a 4 or 5, you succeed with no obvious complication or benefit. I suppose the only complication is that Roy comes out in 2 halves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'll toss the 2 halves into the back of the APC.
Where, we have to see that picture of Roy torso down, saying, LT, I believe I can still provide some service to the team. And of course, Billy is kind of looking at his wife and thinking, what are these people about? Mick, that does give you access to the APC.
Rand.
But without any protection, really, because the front of the APC is now open to elements.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zeera, has one of you got observation? Yes,
Zeera
Zeera.
does, yeah.
Okay. So you up there with the scope up, covering the roof, and
Mm-hmm.
and you say, RPG. Do you want to try to take them out because you are deadly before that RPG could impact?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. White dice, orange dice, bonus dice for deadly, and you can have the stress dice as well. That's 4 dice. But I am going to require you to also roll one of those red dice, the furthest left red dice, which is the risk dice.
Ooh.
So that is what the covering fire from them does.
Hmm.
Okay, so 4 dice and the furthest left red dice.
All right. Ooh, okay. So the furthest left red dice is a 5. The highest of my rolls is also a 5, and it is
Oh,
not on the stress dice. So do
okay.
they cancel out?
No, no. You take out the RPG guy, yeah?
Oh.
Um,
Hmm.
and he falls back behind the parapet on the roof. What I will tell you is it's now clear to you that they weren't flares. That someone has set a number of oil drums, it looks to you, alight on the corners of the building. Um, so that's great. You take him out, RPG, and he falls back behind. But there's other people in the parapet at the APC. Because the red dice was equal to any dice you rolled, you are at risk of a harmful consequence.
Hmm.
Um, and there's a confront them tab that tells you that you're going to roll a d6. Roll a d6 to find out how bad it is. You can add your stress dice if you want to and take the best result. Just saying. Um, high dice would be good.
Yeah. This seems like a stressful situation. I'll take the stress dice.
Okay.
All right,
What
so that
can
is a 5 and a 1, and the 1 is on the stress dice.
Oh, well, that's fine and dandy then. So
All
one on
right.
the stress dice. The 5 um, is 4+. You were lucky this time. It hurts, but you'll live. I mean, how do we see that you've taken some plot armor damage, if you like? It's not going to incapacitate you or anything, but we need to know that that was a close run thing.
Hmm. Because she's wearing armor. Uh,
Body armor, helmet, the full Monty.
yeah, I think the maybe we see it from her point of view, right? Looking through her helmet with the HUD, and maybe we hear her breath, like deep breath in, still, shot. The person falls, and then suddenly her HUD is splintered and shattered, and she swears and takes off her helmet, and we can see a pulse scorch across it, and she's blinking. I think this has been really unpleasant visually, as everything sort of like zoomed directly into her eyeballs. Uh, and I think she'll overcome. She says, "I think they're setting up a landing pad. I'd expect more."
Nyx, you've been observing this, providing some cover as well. So
Yeah.
you can have the white dice if you want to kind of find out anything else about the situation.
I got a 2.
Um, then I will, because on a 2, I get to mark danger. Um, and the only thing I think I can tell you, Nyx, is you can see um, a Marine coming out of that building,
Mm.
dragging a second Marine.
Alun, I have a mechanics question.
Please,
When so we spend info instead of rolling on some subset of moves, is that correct?
you can. Yeah, if you look at the danger and info tab, player characters info. You can spend it 1-to-1, spend 1 info at any time to do any one of the following: recover your expertise, reduce danger by 1, discover some information without rolling, find shelter that's secure or a way to make your current location secure, find a way out of the current scene that isn't obvious.
Mm.
As long as you've got relevant fictional positioning.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Well,
But yeah, next there's a Marine
all right, when
dragging
you say
another Marine.
Marine, do you mean our Marines?
Yep,
Okay. Whoa. And they're headed our way?
yep. Towards the APC. It looks like they're using the exchange of fire between Quinn and the rooftop as to distraction. So they're heading across the street in front of you to come up beside you.
Amazing. Uh,
What do you do?
I mean, I imagine I would approach them and give them a,
Helping hand.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You're going to want to do that without getting any attention, aren't you? From the rooftop.
Ideally.
Yeah. There is a basic move called avoid detection.
Okay.
So when you're at risk of exposure or want to hide, say
Mhm.
what you do to avoid detection or distract their interest and roll d6, right? Add another d6 if expertise applies. Any expertise you'd like to throw at this?
Oh, that's a good question. What am
Oh,
I up?
fitness. I give
Fitness?
you fitness. You're
Sure.
quick, you're fit.
Because I can be, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Let's do
so
that. Yeah.
that's relevant. And you can always have the stress dice, but I'm going to give you the bonus dice because of the distraction that Zero is causing.
Amazing. Thank you, Zero. All right. So I've got expertise and a bonus.
And the
why
stress
not
dice if
have
you
the
want it.
stress dice? Yeah, look at you. All right. Here we go. So highest is 4 on the white.
Fine.
Stress is 1.
That's fine. So on a 4, you get them and you get them into the cover of the APC.
Amazing.
LT, you're seeing all of this from the helmet cam of the team, you know, because you've got them all up there with a behind it, underneath it. So you see all of that happening. But it looks like, Mick, they have a wounded Marine out there.
Oh man. Okay.
Wonderful.
I,
Were you speaking to me or to the LT?
Well, I'm just pointing out that there's a wounded Marine outside
Right.
oh my
that
God. Okay,
Nyx
no.
and a colleague are trying to bring in.
No, no, I'm gonna tell Mick that they are gonna stay up there and drive us. As soon as these people get in,
Right.
we want to get out.
That would have been Mick's
Suggestion. Okay.
thought true. Yeah, no, it was like I think Mick was probably just before they like left to go out and take control of the vehicle, just went like, okay, Billy, your wife's fine. She's not yet dilated that much. He's only half sure that this is correct, but it just looked like it was not yet. You know,
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
just
yeah.
like sort of no, like this is not yet. We're not yet there. And like just, you remember your breathing lessons and whatever, and I will get us to somewhere where we can actually do this more safely. All right. And then run
So
into the driver's bit.
fine. So
Apartment.
we've got Corporal Willis, and we've got the injured Marine pilot, Sergeant Evans. And I'll put wounded under Sergeant Evans on the rest of the squad. Wounded question mark. And they kind of fall into the APC and the door seals as Quinn and Nyx remount. And it's just getting really difficult in that APC now, LT. And Mick is going to be making progress with the APC at disadvantage in the sense that I'm not going to let any expertise apply because, she's driving with her face open to the elements, no protection, and, the traction of the gear on this has taken quite a hit. So let's see what progress you make, Mick. You are going to be rolling
Fantastic.
to pursue a longer term objective. You have the white dice. Your vehicles would count, but the vehicle's a mess. So that's the white dice, or the white dice and the green dice.
Fantastic. We're taking the stress die.
Okay, select those 2 dice and roll them.
It's 3 and 6, and the
Oh,
6 is on
you
the
guys are
white.
killing me. A 6. That Fort Nebraska comes into sight. Yeah, because that's as good as it gets. Mark info. But the reason that you're now going to roll for stress, Mick, is you are the first person to see that Fort Nebraska is subject to orbital bombardment.
Sorry,
would
just a quick question. Where do I mark info?
Oh, there's an info track about halfway down the sheet.
Is this in the
Row
characters
21.
thing?
Yeah, character
Row
sheet.
21 on the
Row
character
21
sheet.
on the character sheet. Yeah.
Right. Thank you.
Alun, I'd like to ask Corporal Willis for an update for what the hell they were doing there.
Oh, fine. I will come to that. I just want to make sure that I finished up Mick's roll for stress.
You roll the stress, yeah?
Stress dice. You are looking.
Oh, fantastic! It's a 6 too.
Okay. Well, normally that's great, but on this occasion, it's more than the one you currently have. So mark the second stress track box.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Willis. Yeah, they were dispatched to evacuate, to help evacuate the Marshall station, which is what that was. But forgotten their names already. But Sergeant Evans, who was driving the truck, they'd been, coughing and sneezing and then, went unconscious. And then these civvies got into the building armed to the teeth.
What did you just say about Sergeant Evans?
Sergeant Evans, I flu, temperature, I don't know what it is, but she fainted. I should put a she, her on there, sorry.
So Sergeant Evans is not visibly wounded.
Well, I mean, who's examining them?
I mean, I'm using my eyes.
Okay, let's okay. White dice. No, there is no blood. I won't make you roll for that.
Yeah.
No, they've not been shot.
Okay.
They are ill, perhaps wounded. Was the wrong word.
No, I got it. So I'm like, okay, some civilians came and started attacking you. Okay, they might be UPP right now. Like, we don't know. Bombardment. Oh, you know what? Those oil canisters are on fire. Sounds like giving a signal. Looks like they were trying to give a signal up there. Okay.
Yeah, they had a prisoner. They had a prisoner. I don't know who it was, but they hustled him into the cells. They shot the marshal and his deputy, and we just hid out.
Okay. This is bad. Against my better interest, I have to ask Roy for an analysis of whether we can make it to the evac zone under this orbital bombardment.
Okay. Well, look, I mean, rather than having Roy do all of that, let's have Nyx roll for analysis of the situation. And I'll give you the bonus dice on the basis that Roy can still do some odds calculations. So white dice, orange dice, space, bonus dice, and the stress dice if you want it. 4 dice. I mean, come on.
You're quite the salesman. All right. Ooh, are you able to see the rolls?
I usually have to reload the page. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
3 6s and a 3. So it turns out Roy was less helpful than he might have been. But I mean, Roy agrees with your assessment here, Nyx. This APC is a target waiting to be hit.
That's right.
You will have much more luck on foot avoiding, and I think to make that very obvious, Mick, a UPP dropship streaks over through the blizzard. So it looks like that they've now got air superiority. The APC is going to stick out like a sore thumb.
Do I get info for that?
For that 6, you do.
Yes.
Stress automatically goes up though, because the stress dice was equal to or higher than anything else. So
I I added it manifests as hypervigilance and decreased patience.
Was about to ask you that very. So the audience can see that Nyx is, this is, heads on a swivel. And Amber probably leans over and says, "Is everything okay?"
And I literally am not going to answer it.
Okay.
She's just
I
doesn't.
I
She
I
doesn't
am
register.
I am yelling out into the room. I'm like, somebody find us a place that we can stop safely. Someone find us some cover. We need safety. Everybody, I'm just like I'm yelling this. This is my orders for everybody. Just like get us a place that we can park.
Yeah, we
Well,
need
I mean,
at least one
Fuck.
makeshift stretcher or something.
No, no, I
there'll
want
be a
the
stretcher.
APC. I want the APC to be safe. I want us to
Okay.
get the APC to safety.
You want
So
to
that's what
drive
I'm
it
Oh,
asking.
under some cover. Yeah.
okay.
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 So, somebody could spend info
That's what
to,
I'm
and I
Good
asking. That's
quote,
what I'm
parking.
asking. Yeah.
find shelter that's
Sure.
secure or a way
I
to
can,
make it secure for now at least.
I have
So,
two. Yeah, I
sure,
can spend
Mick
one.
can do that.
Or that.
Or
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah.
who
Well, I
wants
just
to?
No, no,
thought Mick
no.
can do it because Mick is driving
Yeah,
anyway, so
he's
he's
driving.
probably
He's
looking
Fair
driving.
out
You
enough.
where
should
Yeah.
do it.
he's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fictional
And the thing
positioning
is,
is perfect.
can I be like hanging off the side of the door? Like, I don't know what the car looks like, but I want to
Yeah.
be hanging off the side with my,
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
so I can be able
Yes.
to.
Oh,
Great
yes.
image.
It's really comfortable out there, so
Yeah.
that you're having a
Well,
good
hey,
time.
I'm
Yeah, you're
having a
tough.
time out here.
I think you're more likely to be braced on the roof
Yeah,
because the
totally.
it's one of those,
Oh
isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah. Exactly.
The
Okay.
idea that Amber is so annoying you'd rather be in the blizzard is like really.
Um, and I think, Mick, that the best place you can find is a kind of fuel station, garage, gas station with the overhang. So you pull the APC in there, and that should mean that you're not visible from the air.
Right. Well, this is the best. I don't know. Do we have comms still? Do they still work
Yeah.
into
Oh
the
yeah, you
other
still
bit?
got
Yeah,
We
yeah.
still
helmet
have our
Yeah.
comms.
helmet
So
cam, yeah.
I'll be like, yeah, well, this is the best we can do for now, and I guess we can always blow up the fucking gas station if need be.
Okay.
And that, of course, is the perfect point for a commercial break. So it is 2 minutes past. I'm going to say 5 minutes for our second break. So shall we be back here about 7 minutes past?
Back in
You
5.
then. So we come back, and I'm going to cut to inside the gas station, which has a little kind of diner cafe. So for the first time in a little while, there's some space, and people have taken advantage of that. So, Billy and June are over in a corner booth where she's just kind of, oh, Jesus, I don't know. Oh. And Willis has laid Evans down on a diner table. And I think probably, Mick, I'm seeing you examining Evans, yeah? Um, and Zeera Quinn, what are you doing?
Alan, how many pairs of skis do we have?
I don't think you have any.
No skis.
No,
Huh.
I don't think it's standard
Cowbirds?
APC equipment. I mean, there may
Cowbirds?
be an incendiary unit in the car in there, but I don't think skis are standard. This was a routine patrol, you know? Yeah.
Uh,
Drive out, drive back.
Yeah.
Just another day in the Corps.
uh, in that case, I think Zara has is taking stock of how much equipment we have, and I think has sort of commandeered one of the tables in this gas station. I guess they've got a
Fine.
table. There's like a counter. She's like swept all the, tchotchkes and packaged food off of it, and is going through and making sure that everything is in good working order.
Well, in a moment, we'll have you roll to search a location to see whether anything interesting crops up here in the gas station. Um, uh, I do also want to point out that there is a way to manage your stress down. It's on the manage stress tab. It's really easy. Whichever little vignette you set up will instantly reduce your stress by 1. there, you roll a dice and there may be some side effects of that, but the bottom line is you can always manage your stress down. When your stress track fills, you're either dead or mine. Let's have. Oh no, Nyx, what are you doing? Quinn is kind of doing a kind of logistics survey just to make sure that what have you got? What do we need?
Yeah.
What about you?
I feel like I would want to be on the lookout, mainly, and specifically trying to figure out what the best path is from here if we're going on foot. And my presumption is we're not all going to be going. Some of them are just going to have to stay there.
So yeah, I can imagine that you and Sergeant Basket and Corporal and Private Mouse are at different corners of the diner part of this, just looking out through the windows. Or do you want to be outside?
I would go outside.
Yeah.
I mean,
so the three of you are on different corners,
yeah,
establishing as much as you can a 360 perimeter.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're pretty certain that observation from the air is not going to be a problem, particularly given the conditions.
Right.
But anyone coming down these streets is likely to spot an APC parked in a gas station.
Exactly.
Or what I could insist on calling a petrol station, but that's just me. LT, if you're not careful, Amber's going to come and talk to you.
I'm gonna pick up on what Space was saying about charting a path out here. So I think I am, I've got a map open and I am trying to figure out like a route out of here. And yeah, Amber can come up and talk to me in that moment.
Is there a final expertise you're looking to declare on that, or am I working with what's in front of me?
Now this is a good moment to do that. You know what my expertise is going to be, Alan? It's going to be cowardice. Because you've put that down here and nobody's picked it. It's gotta be
Somebody
me.
needs to pick it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think Mick does you a solid though and goes, Amber, make yourself useful. Find some snacks, find some I don't know, what's it
Look
called?
after Billy and June.
Sugary stuff, Space Array, whatever, for the pregnant lady.
Yeah.
Just,
Fine.
Towels and hot water, right?
Fine, Mick, let's the LT's got his map out and he's planning a route away around this. Mick, you're with Corporal Willis standing beside you as you examine Evans, yeah? Okay, let's have you roll to investigate, because I'm guessing you want to ask me some questions about her. So white dice, orange dice. You can have the bonus dice if you mark one of the uses of your med kit. If you scroll down to med kit, it's got 4 uses.
Nah. I'm not using my med kit just to have a look at somebody with the flu.
Okay. Yeah, why would you? It's just so routine. Take some Tylenol. White, orange, green if you want it.
Are we doing the green?
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay.
I don't think this is very stressful.
Well, the dice would tell you that, but go ahead. White and orange.
It's the 4 and 1.
A 4 and a 1.
Yeah.
Okay. So for nothing, the Evans is certainly running a temperature. And eyes are flickering. You get the feeling that they are returning to consciousness. Yeah. Do you want to ask me anything else? Because you got one question, as well as what you need to proceed.
What do I ask?
The symptoms are flu-like. Clammy, sweaty, cold sweat, maybe. slightly elevated heart rate, fever.
Yeah, so they look like they're coming back to themselves. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
kind of.
Oh, okay.
You got one question to
Well,
ask.
I guess. Oh God, what do I ask? So I don't see. But I mean, there's no point asking about if I see anything else on them. If this is what I see, this is what I see,
No, no,
right?
no. You can ask me a question like, what does my
Do they have any
examination
weird marks on them otherwise, apart from like looking like having the
yeah,
flu?
when you're taking their pulse, you notice what looks like a bite mark on the back of their hand.
Mm.
And there's some discoloration around it.
I don't suppose that would be anything that I'm used to.
It's not a bruise. It's like, the their skin feels kind of papery is what I want to describe it as. So the blood vessels underneath the skin at the back of the hand and up their arm as you kind of look is more noticeable than you'd expected.
Okay.
So this
Maybe.
they've got some infection because from that bite. Bite, small animal, rat, just a kind of.
Yeah. I don't know if I would do anything but just see if they know, like, okay, how recent was this? Is this when you got your symptoms
Yeah,
or
and
whatever?
of course I give you that, but I think Willis will say, oh yeah, she's been complaining about that all day. She got bit while doing KP, corrective punishment. She was cleaning latrines, and a rat bit
Well,
her.
that sounds fun, doesn't it? Has she had
Yeah, yeah.
antibiotics?
I mean, I wouldn't mention this, but she's out. She doesn't know what I'm saying. Drunk in charge of a dropship.
Well, she had any antibiotics?
I don't know. She's just been complaining about it, saying it
Anyway.
itches. And then then the sweats and then poof, faint. And
Alun, are
that's
you going
when
to
she
make me
comes
mark my
round.
med kit
Say
for
again?
giving her antibiotics? Are
You
you
can
going to make me?
certainly mark your med kit to treat with antibiotics.
Sounds like it might be a waste, but it feels like it would be in character to be doing that.
So
Exactly.
do I.
Yeah.
So do
We're
I.
doing this. We're doing this. Yeah.
So
Yes.
tick the box. One of the 4 uses of the med kit. And maybe a bit of a stimulant. Just see if you can bring around.
Why not?
Yeah, I still only 1 use. That's fine. 1 treatment. And the eyes flicker away. He says, "Shit, did I black out again?" And Will says,
Again?
"No, no, 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 no. You haven't had a drink since yesterday. You just fainted. It's that fucking rat bite." And she says, "Oh yeah, whoa, wow, oof. Oh, some kind of headache." And then she looks at us, whoa, am I okay, Doc? Because you got the kind of medical
Well,
horseman.
so far as I can tell,
Okay. Oh,
yes,
Jesus.
antibiotics should help. But
Get me up, Willis. And Willis kind of heaves her up. I never asked whether someone brought the top half of Roy with you.
Oh yeah, for sure. For
Yeah,
sure.
I think Roy is perched on the edge of that table where you've got the map laid out, Knack. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And is kind of trying to keep his head focused on the map as you use him as your analysis tool, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Zeera, I'm not going to make it. Let's have you roll to search a location just in case something really interesting comes up.
Yeah.
Are you the one with observation? You are, aren't you?
She is, yes.
So I think that's a relevant expertise. And Mick sent Amber to help, didn't they?
Yeah.
I think to help just collect stuff, get all the sugary stuff out, check the spacer aid and all the rest. So when you're pursuing a longer term, when you're searching a location, I'm going to give you a bonus dice for Amber's help. Yeah.
That's very generous.
So you've got the white dice, the orange dice, the grey dice for the bonus. You
Mhm,
can even have the stress dice.
mhm. Oh, so generous. Um, yeah, we really haven't seen Sarah and Amber interact. Uh, I can't imagine that Zira enjoys being around her, especially because Amber seems to be very chatty.
Oh, very
Um,
chatty. You know, as you
yeah.
go out into the storeroom at the back of the diner and start, and there's a cold storage and there's a kind of simple diner kitchen.
Mhm.
And, she's opening drawers and saying, so what specifically am I looking for? Do I need these knives?
Yeah. I think I want to do two roles back to back, and I think the other one makes sense first. And I think Amber's chatting and Quinn, who would literally give, well, maybe not her arm, but certainly something very valuable for a pair of skis right now, is uh, just absolutely stressed. And I think she just sort of slams Amber back against the wall and says, "Shut up. Shut up. Stop talking. You're
Uh,
going to get us all
that
killed."
that sounds like you're setting up you behave badly when you
Sure
verbally or
am.
physically abuse someone or chat them
Hmm.
up in the hope of meaningless sex. Now, I don't think it's the
Hmm.
latter. So
No, that's not the vibe.
secretly from the horror. So you're out in the storeroom away from everybody else, and immediately reduce stress by one, just like
Yeah.
that. And then roll a d6 that you think likes you.
Mm. Uh, oh, maybe she pulls her weapon or one of them. That's a one.
Okay. You behave badly. 1 to 3. Your inadequacy is clear to everyone. The other person pities you and you are ashamed. You cannot use your expertise until stress goes up again. So
Mm.
you'll notice that there's a line near the top of the sheet that says expertise available. The
Yeah,
drop down says
unavailable.
it isn't. Um,
Hmm.
and Amber kind of looks at you and looks at the gun and says, "Seriously, a gun? Where do you want to go from there?"
Uh, and I think Zara just sort of stares at her and then slowly holsters it and then just turns and goes back to uh
Searching for stuff.
mhm. But I think you can tell even from behind the tips of her ears are red.
Yeah, tension, tension.
Oh yes.
Um, so search a location. I'm going to give you the
Yeah.
bonus dice for Amber. You can have the white dice, the orange dice for observation, and the
Mhm.
stress dice if you want it. So you could roll all
I
three.
am gonna take it. Yeah, because I think she is even more stressed now. Uh, and I think she was hoping to cow Amber and now believes that she's probably gonna get in pretty bad trouble. Ah, so that's a 6 on the stress dice there, Alan.
Okay, so stress goes up by one for nothing. So that stress goes up by one. Your expertise comes back. Congratulations.
Yay!
Um, six plus six. So on a six, you struck lucky. You find an item from the equipment list, but also say what freaks you out or highlights potential danger. I think that's probably the fact that you think Amber's going to squawk to the LT and get you into trouble.
Hmm.
But you don't have to roll for stress because stress has already gone up and it only goes up once per roll. Um,
Hmm.
but you do mark info and you can pick anything on the equipment list that I think could be found in a gas station stroke diner.
Yeah, I do notice there are something else's down here.
Go on.
Uh, I think I need some time to think about it. So I think we just see her open a cupboard and her face lights up. Uh,
That
and
works
we'll come
beautifully.
back to that.
That works beautifully. LT, let's see if you can find the safest way. Is this back to HQ now that it's under bombardment, or to somewhere
Yeah.
else? What's the coward's plan here, Knack?
Is there still potentially like an evac sort of like ship.
Okay. Fort Nebraska is built around a space elevator. So there's a
Okay.
beanstalk that runs up from the main building.
Okay.
You would hope that the beanstalk will not be targeted by the UPP because it is such a incredible resource, right?
Right.
And I guess, you know, as you look at the map and you've taken in what's going on, you can see kind of on the horizon where Fort Nebraska is subject to bombardment. Your best guess, I think, would be that the space elevator would be a target of last resort.
Right.
Okay, does that help?
Yes, and we can ride the space elevator up to
Orbit.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, you know, lights in the sky suggest that there is still some kind of active resistance to the UPP up there.
Yeah, of course. But once we get up there, we can hopefully get out. Or we can go and, sort of like find a bunker and kind of hunker down. Like just kind of ride this out. But I feel like we have some civilians that I've promised that they are getting out. So yeah, I think we're going to make it for the space elevator. Yeah.
Well, do you want to roll to ask me some specific questions about how you might
Yes.
do that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
So I think the white dice works. I'm going to
Yes.
give you the orange dice because I think your cowardice applies here. The safest way from A to B is now your wheelhouse. I'm going to give you the bonus dice for Roy, and you can have the stress dice if you want it.
I do. I'm gonna roll that. And I've got a 6 on the stress die and a 6 on expertise. So I think I take
Well,
stress.
stress goes up by 1, but that's as good as it gets. So mark info.
Nice.
And I think I've given you what you get to make progress, which is the space elevator will be a target of last resort and would provide the closest route to orbit.
Yeah.
Your only other alternative would be to go to the other end of the town and find a spaceport and hope there was a ship that would take you off. So now you have 2 questions that you can ask me.
Yeah. Is there an underground path to the spaceport?
There are 2.
Okay.
One of them would and the reason you know this is because it is how your contacts meet with you.
Oh my God. Okay, right. Of course. We meet
You know, when you send a signal home that says, Mom, send more cake, you get a call saying, okay, I'll deliver it to the usual place. And that is in the sewers beneath Fort Nebraska. So there is a way, if you could find a sewer entrance in the vicinity, and that should be possible, you should be able to navigate to sub-level 2 of Fort Nebraska.
Fantastic.
There is also, and again, it's your lastness backstory that helps us here, is there's always a way to get off base without the MPs knowing. And Fort Nebraska has a surrounding wall and a moat, a dry moat with one bridge over to the gate. But there's a sewage overflow in that moat that is the way that, Marines get off base without anybody knowing. And maybe sometimes bring stuff back in that's not technically in reg.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you 2 routes in, and that's the answer to just one question.
Second question. What's any danger that we can expect if we take the sewers?
It depends, I think. I mean, Nyx's and Zeera's assessment, along with Willis's report of who took the Marshall station, suggests that it may be a UPP advanced group,
Yeah.
or it may actually be local insurgents.
Yeah.
And either one of those might be looking for a way to get into Fort Nebraska as well. So there is no entirely safe route. Maybe the safest route would be to get into the sewers, because then the chance of being observed from the air while you get from here to Nebraska
But
is
definitely
low.
going in the sewers, and you're telling me there might be people down there.
There might be people
That's
down
good
there.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Z, have you thought about what you want to find in that cupboard?
I have. I think it's called a creeper. It's like a stretcher on wheels that mechanics use to get under cars.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think we
Yeah.
could put our pregnant problem on there.
I like it.
Pregnant problem.
That's how Zeera sees her.
Alun, this sounds very silly, but can I just X card using Z for Zeera? Because that is a nickname that people give me, and I will every time go, what?
Yeah. No, that's fine. I think that's fine. So Zeera is, I think that you open the door, the connecting door between here and the back of the gas station where there's a maintenance area, and there is one of these things. You could rig up a couple of low chains and have two people just drag her on it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Travois style.
Travois. That is a good word. Nyx, you've been keeping an eye out. That orbital bombardment has been followed up with now low-flying dropship attacks.
Okay.
And you can see in Fort Nebraska is about half a mile across in total. But behind the wall are some crude oil storage and fuel storage tanks. And you're pretty sure that courtyard is ablaze, because through the light we can see now above what the walls, you can see the fire is raging. And also fire from the orbital batteries on the corner of Fort Nebraska has stopped. So it looks like the orbital bombardment has taken out the big guns that Nebraska had to fire into orbit. Yeah.
Okay.
Your guess is that the UPP will be looking to advance on Fort Nebraska soon. I don't think I need to make you roll for that. Yeah.
Can we guess where they would start? Like, what is it that they're looking for? Are they looking to take over the fort? Are they?
I think I do need a roll for that one. So let's have you roll to investigate, so you can ask me a question using your analysis. Because I think you've been stationed here a while, you know what's going on. So white dice, orange dice, and the stress dice if you'd like it.
I'm gonna leave it off for now.
Okay, 2 dice, go for it.
5 is the highest on that.
5. Okay. Borgia Industries. The Fort Nebraska has the ground level 1, level 2, which is mostly marine territory, right? Sub-level 1 is how can I put this? Sub-level 1 is kind of marine infrastructure. So that's where the dropship hangars are and stuff like that. Sub-level 2 is where munitions are stored. Sub-level 3, the reactor's also on sub-level 2. There is a Fort Nebraska tab with some maps. I don't promise you that they're accurate, because I will twist the maps that Destroyer of Worlds comes with to fit my purposes. Sub-level 3 is off limits to your ordinary marine. Some marines have special clearance to provide a kind of perimeter guard to sub-level 3, but sub-level 3 is Borgia Industries territory. And you've often wondered, yeah, that's what you get for nothing. Now you can ask me some questions. Ask me a question. Yeah, I've given you a lot for nothing, so you can ask me a question.
And sub-level 3 is where Amber said the person she wants out is, right? Or the thing
Exactly.
she wants out.
And that's what you're putting together, Nyx, is Amber saying, if you can get me to sub-level 3, there's some stuff down there that is going to be worth a fortune, but it mustn't, the risk is that they'll blow it up to stop it falling into the UPP, so we need to get there in a hurry.
Right.
So
Okay.
if you were guessing, this is a crude oil drilling colony. A task force seems a big sledgehammer to crack that nut.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, it sounds to me like that isn't that we there's going to be some conflicting interests going on here for sure. And I probably will go back inside if that's okay, and just confer with LT, giving an update and maybe offering my own sort of thought that we don't want to head towards where UPP is almost certainly dropping in to take over, but I leave that to you, obviously.
Do you
You
want to
have any other suggestions, Private?
Well, I mean, if we can go underneath, right, then we might be able to find a way to get to the orbital
the beanstalk?
What are they called? The beanstalk?
That's where we're going. Yeah, we're going under. We're
Oh,
going through
okay. All right. See, I wasn't. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
okay.
we're going through the sewers. We're going to get there. We'll see.
Are we taking this all the two civilians with us?
And I think that's probably when Zeera comes back in and says, "I found a way to get the pregnant woman."
Amazing. There we go. Okay.
Well, but I think you've still got a question.
Oh, I still have a question?
Me. Yeah, you've been speculating away like fun, but you've not asked me a question.
Amazing. What is my question? Can this question be about anything?
Fictional positioning based on your analysis to put together what you currently know to work out where the UPP might be. Yeah. Now, the simple answer to the question is, okay, if that's where the UPP are going, how will they get there? And the sad answer to that is the two answers I gave to the LT in terms of what's the safest way for you to get there.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, well then I have a question, which is there anyone waiting for us? Like, if we get up to the top of the beanstalk, is there a ship there?
I don't think you can know that.
Okay.
From here.
Fair
I think the best I can do is to point out that there is still some combat going on in orbit, which would suggest there is still, some of your ships are still in the game up there. But you'd need to communicate up the beanstalk to know that.
How do we do that?
Right. Well, there is there's the war room on level 1 above ground.
Okay.
And there's also a civilian beanstalk control, which is now in Marine hands, but it was built to be civvies. So that should get round any problem. Also, if you're lucky, Nebraska still has some decent sized satellite dish that hasn't been blown to pieces, which would mean that you might be able to push a signal through to orbit in a way that from the ground with the APC, you don't have the watts.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, we still have to head that way regardless for any of those options.
Yeah.
And I think I'll just suggest that I will keep an eye out for a way that I could probably split off and with, I don't know, Mouse and whoever else, and see if we can't raise whatever ship would be waiting for us.
Okay. And that's when Zeera's come back into the room. Amber is following her in, kind of with a sly smile on her face, I think. And that's when you hear Willis say, "Hey, Evans, just what's up?"
Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Okay. Right. Once a threat appears in the scene, only someone with fitness, cowardice, or deadly can act before that threat acts. So, LT, I'm going to come to you first. No, I'm not, because you're the coward. I'm coming to Nyx first, because you're standing with the LT. You both turn at the same time.
Yes.
You've just come in from the outside, so you're armed up.
Right.
So what do you want to do when you see Willis kind of holding Evans off?
Evans outranks me by a fair bit, right?
Yes.
Because my instinct would be to turn my weapon, but I don't think that I would feel that it had quite risen to that level just yet. But I think I'll probably
go over and
go over. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And then see what's going on.
LT, you're the next closest person because Zeera's just come in at the back of the room. And Nyx is going over to kind of separate these people before some marine rule is broken. What do you do?
I am doing nothing.
Just leave it to the, what is command about, if not delegation?
Yeah, honestly, like I think I'm like stepping back, like I'm just yeah.
Zeera, you see this altercation happening on the other side of the diner, and Nyx is going to intervene. What, if anything, do you do, Zeera?
Yeah. What's sort of the vibe of Evans here?
Okay, let's have you roll to observe the situation and ask me a question about it. So
Yeah.
that's white dice, observation would apply, stress dice if you want it.
Oh no, sorry. I started moving the dice around. I didn't realize you could click and drag. I should not have done that. Yeah, and I'll take stress. All right, that is a 6, but it is on the stress dice. I'll take a stress.
Stress goes up by 1. For nothing, I will tell you that it looks like Evans is looking to kind of get at Willis, right? And Nyx is quite a big unit and looks like she should be able to, get step between them. But then you get 2 questions.
Is Evans
mark info?
Oh, mark info, right? Is Evans currently in their right mind? Her right mind?
No. You can actually see that they seem to be frothing at the mouth. And Nyx, I will tell you the same thing when you get there. Second question.
Does she look like she's trying to bite Willis?
What
can I tell?
Hands are out. It looks like she's trying to get her hands around his throat.
Okay. It's more like throttle. Yeah. All right.
So there's your 2 questions. Nyx, you get there and you see what Zeera has observed from a distance. Yeah.
Right.
But then, Nyx, would you roll me a d6 to see what Willis does? And if you'd like to follow me through here, you might want to look at the bestiary. There is an alien's bestiary tab, and I am looking at black goo exposure. I'll tell you what, I'll share so we can have the fun of doing this together.
Oh, neat. Okay.
Okay, so you should be able to see this little window, and it says, then roll 1d6 to see what it does. Okay. I'm going to have you roll this. Oh, it's very small, isn't it? Sorry.
That's okay. I have old eyes. All right.
Okay. I'm going to have you roll for stress as well, but we'll get there in a moment.
All right. Well, I rolled a 2.
A 2 to 3. He, she raises their head and their opaque eyes bore into yours. Do something else to resist their mesmeric fascination or stand stupefied as it walks towards you. Okay, so roll for stress because there is something freakily wrong with Willis. Their eyes are now opaque. The froth at the corners of their mouth is black, not white. And you can see coming up their neck the kind of black papery skin with black blood vessels underneath has crept up above the collar of their tunic.
Got it.
Okay.
I rolled a 2 for stress.
Which I think is okay for you at the moment, isn't it?
It is.
There you go. So it says, what do you do as it turns its attention to you? Because what it does is it takes Evans's hands, Willis's hands, and throws him across the room.
Whoa.
Exactly. So what do you do while it turns its attention to you and, you got to within a meter or two of it?
Okay. So I have, if it's all right, I already put the M56 down when I walked over.
Fine.
Because that wouldn't make sense. But I do have, so that means all I have left is my combat knife, right?
Yeah,
or fisticuffs. There we go. Yeah. All right. My intent here would be to restrain Evans and restrain her in such a way as to like restrain we'll put her in a lock hold basically, or a not a chokehold,
so
as in
you're going to grapple with it.
Grapple, yeah.
Her. Yeah. Okay. So the rest of you now, attention is on Nyx. Willis is in a heap in the corner where he's kind of fallen on a table. His table's collapsed. And Zeera, let me come to you first as our point of the spear. Nyx has gone in and is about to grapple with. What do you do?
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be trickier because Nyx is quite close, but I think Zeera's instinct is to shoot her at this point.
Fine. Okay. So white dice, orange dice, grey dice for deadly, stress dice if you want it, but also 2 risk die.
Absolutely.
Because that's the risk that Nyx is in.
Yep, you're right in there. And definitely going to take a stress die. And let's roll. Ooh, so the high is a 4, not on the stress die, and then the risk die are 2 and 3.
Okay, so good on the risk die. It's less than the 5. The 5, you hit Willis. Yeah? And I am applying stress to Willis. And Willis does not blink.
Wait, you mean Evans?
Just to be clear, Evans, right?
Evans.
Okay. Just to clear.
I'm like, damn. Really?
There's just like a guy and a crumpled heap on the floor.
So, Nyx, let's see if you can restrain this mad person.
Yeah.
And as you are grappling, their face and head is changing. It's all, that those gray veins are coming up over the skull, and the skull seems to be changing shape, for Christ's sake. Let's see how the grapple goes, shall we? So white dice, orange dice, stress dice, and 2 risk die.
Oh boy. All right. Quick question before I roll this. Is there a second exit out of this diner space?
Yeah, there's the front door into the diner. Zeera and Amber went out the back to the storeroom, and from there to the mechanics place. Yeah.
Okay.
And there's the windows. Always throw someone through a window. Hey.
Yeah, always love that. Yep. All right. I am rolling. Highest is a 5. let's see, the risk, we've got a 1 and a 5.
Well, that's the 5 on the risk means that you are at risk. Yeah.
Okay.
But the 5 means that you have for the moment restrained Willis. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you've got him in a headlock.
Yeah.
The 5 that on the wrist die is that you've got them in a headlock and they are dribbling this black froth over your hand. Would you roll a d6 that likes you to see what effect that has? High would be good.
I got a 3.
3. Ah, right. We, the
Love when it
audience,
feels
and
good.
I think, the way that fights pause so we can take in the detail, we
Yeah.
see that where the black dribbles over your hand, it doesn't drop off the bottom, it sinks in through your skin.
No, hell no. Mm-mm. Nope. Nope.
No, 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 no,
Nope.
no.
Nope.
Let me come to Mick now. What do you do, Mick?
I don't think Mick will immediately suggest to amputate that.
Yeah, we're all thinking.
I don't know. Where am I actually? Am I?
You're it's a diner. You're no more than 5 steps away from the action.
Because I think I was obviously trying to, check on the pregnant problem, as Zeera called her. I do I feel like at this point I feel like I may have missed a bit. Did you try to shoot him, her, Evans
I
already?
didn't.
Zeera
But Zeera
successfully
did.
shot Evans.
Yeah.
It does not seem to have
Oh,
had
and she
quite the
didn't
effect she was hoping for.
and nothing happened. Right, that was
I've added a
that was the
picture.
It
thing.
stressed her.
I've added a picture to Evans now to the rest of the squad, just so we got some idea of where we're heading if we're not there already.
Oh my God.
Oh, brutal.
I have not. Wait. Oh no. Where is it? Where is it?
Rest of the squad.
Eee.
Yee.
It's the
Yeah.
4th tab.
Yeah.
So, Nyx, we see that. Mick, is this about protecting the pregnant woman? Going to see if what's happened to Willis now that he's been thrown through a table, or worrying about Nyx?
Oh gosh. I think he's torn just like me, the player. Ooh. I don't.
I
Is he
tell you
gonna?
what,
I think he's gonna go.
go on.
Yeah. I think he's gonna go to try and help Nyx. Yeah.
Fine, intervene with
I'm gonna
Nyx.
shout, like, watch out for the
Ooze.
ooze. Yes, there we go.
And I think you're right, T. I think that's the cliffhanger. Yeah, as Mick turns and begins to move towards Nyx is looking down in horror at the hand. The LT is standing back. How do we know that this is when the cowardice kicks in, Knack? What's the look on your face?
Yeah, I think it's just kind of like sort of shock, horror. Like she's taking a step back. I think her like her hands at her gun, but she's not drawing it. You know what I mean? Like she's backing off.
Okay,
Yeah.
and that I think is our cliffhanger. What's going to
Aw,
happen to Nyx? What's going to happen in the diner?
stay tuned.
Do we have time for quick stars and wishes?
I do.
Okay. So I'm going to start with Xena because I'm guessing you got stuff to be doing, if not just falling asleep. So any stars, any wishes, Xena?
Yeah, a star for choosing cowardice as an expertise. I think that was brilliant. Yeah, I just I also enjoyed very much all of the fantastic interactions with Amber. I don't know which one specifically, but I think they were all quite good. I feel like everyone interacted with her apart from me. Um, I just told her to go and find stuff. Yeah, Yeah, I don't think I have anything specific. I just enjoyed it very much, and I'm generally not observant enough to remember specifics, and definitely not tonight.
No, exactly. Well, you've been
Yeah,
on an
because I also
aeroplane
didn't make
for,
any notes.
a day and a bit, it sounds like. So don't worry about
No,
that.
not that long, but just no sleep. Anyway,
And is there
but yeah.
anything you would particularly want to see in the next session?
Ooh, I don't know. I'm hoping for well, my wish is for me to hopefully next time not be quite as tired and maybe make Mick a bit more useful than he has been so far.
No, no, don't worry about that. You've done fine. And, under difficult circumstances that we appreciate. T, any stars, any wishes?
Yeah, I think there were lots of good little moments. I really enjoyed how flustered Mick was, especially like this combat medic who is obviously like seems shit, but like not not that. I really enjoyed them as a character. Really enjoying our lieutenant, Knack. I think the sort of like glib, it's not fireworks, was very telling and sort of painted a good picture of what she's like. And similarly for Nyx, even though, new to this squad, but very experienced, and the way they reacted to Amber, and she was like, "Will there be a parade? And what are we doing here?" Sort of deflecting. I thought was helped establish Amber as a character, and also Nyx. Really enjoyed that. Yeah, and also just so many simmering threats for us, Alun. Just uh, I suppose if I have a wish, it's to continue to see the horrible devolution of the situation. Just gonna keep getting worse. One must assume.
Let's see the horror. Yeah. And finally, space. Any stars, any wishes? Not finally. Thomas is still to come.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, I stars honestly, Alan, this is I love how you held the space of the setting up the fiction and all that, and in guiding us through the character creation. It was really cool to both get into it and to like see. I mean, this is your system that, or this set, the system that you created for this setting. And I love that. And I am looking forward to learning more about it. Thank you. I just got a dog.
Oh, wow.
Well, no, I mean, as in a dog was given to
Yes.
me in the room.
Well, we must hurry on because dogs
That's right.
require attention.
Dogs do require attention. I agree 100%, Thomas. That was delightful when you chose cowardice and how you actually played it out at the end there with her not actually taking her weapon and stepping back at the same time. It's like, uh-huh, I see you. Thank you. Thank you for the the leadership. Yeah, and
She leads
let's
from the back.
right, exactly. Ah,
Any
and
wishes for next time?
wishes for next time. Yeah, I also am really eager to see more of the horror. So bring it on.
Okay. And finally, Thomas, any stars, any wishes?
Yeah. Star for you, Alan, for a scenario that seems kind of overwhelming, like from the beginning. Like I think, there's every time something happens, I'm like, oh no. And it just keeps happening. That's great. I also really like the detail that I've been meeting what did you say? Mom, I want some more cake. And we meet in the sewers for handoffs. It was very good, very fun. But yeah, I like this team. I think Nyx and Knack had a kind of cool scene right up top, sort of setting up their dynamic. We got to see Zeera sort of like, I don't know, sort of get excited at the chance to shoot at people in a way that was like, I was like, uh, are we should we be excited about this? But yes, uh,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I just flashed back to the recruiting office when they're just scoring her responses to the questionnaire, thinking,
Yeah,
"Oh
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Enthusiastic, like
yeah,
just,
yeah."
yeah.
Any wishes for next time?
No wishes. Maybe a wish. Somebody kind of pushes back on LT's leadership. We get some inter party tension. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Because we
secretly
don't have
from the
enough
horror,
yet.
secretly from the horror is waiting to be used to do that. Stars from me. Thank you for throwing yourself into this. It's always quite nice when it's a franchise that many people are quite familiar with, but you brought your own joy to it. The capable Nyx, the slightly scary Zeera, the oh, just keep driving. No, we're not stopping for the truck. What? Oh, you brought some Marines? No. And Mick, kind of shit. I'm not equipped for this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for
Yeah.
that. And
I really enjoyed our conversation about whether Mick knows how to deliver a child. Like, I think that was great.
yeah, the Marines prepare you for many things.
Yeah.
But with that, I will pause the recording.